Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. Quick video. And I know some people have a challenge when they start burnishing or polishing their pot. You know, you need to get that clay just at that right point where it's not too wet so it sticks to the stone, or if it's not so dry that it gets all scratchy. Or maybe you have put on some slip and it is flaking off. Everything is just too delicate. I have a hint for you, something that might help, and all you need is a plastic bag. Let me show you how it works. Here is a pot that I slipped last night, and it is leather hard, but with this particular clay, it tends to kind of stick to the stone. So what I do, I take a piece of plastic. This is called painter's plastic, but you can use a plastic bag from the grocery store. And all you have to do is put it over the pot and start rubbing. And what it does is it seems to reduce the amount of friction between the stone and the pot. And then, of course, you're not going to have any clay sticking to the stone that's going to cause drag and problems like that. And you can see in here how already the plastic is sticking to the pot. And it works actually quite well. And if your pot is too dry, it gets all scratchy, and sometimes I have issues with the temper scratching. This can reduce that problem as well. And so you can see it's kind of a pretty nice shine, and it works out really quite well. So here is another way you might use a bag. This is a bag from the grocery store, and this pot was slipped 2-3 days ago. It is getting close to dry, but you can take a bag like this, water it up, and you can polish the pot a little bit. This is almost too dry to make too much difference. And if you look, it will make tiny little scratches on there. So that might, if you already have a really polished surface, you're not going to want to do this. But it can help a little bit sometimes. There's enough friction on this, but it's not so hard that it's going to scratch it so much. So that can kind of help too. A bag like this can work really nice in these really hard to reach areas. So it'll kind of get down in these crevices that maybe a stone just isn't going to work very well. Obviously be kind of careful because the pot is fragile at this point. But sometimes it works very nice. Well, who knew that a little plastic bag could be so useful? And if this is useful to you, a thumbs up would be appreciated. Until next time, this is Wes wishing you health, happiness, peace, and love. Take care. Bye-bye.